Back in 1960, the makers of The Lost World paid special effects expert Willis O'Brien simply to use his name on their film credits. He was not allowed any kind of creative input whatsoever. 38 years later, and something very similar happens. Another rather ill-conceived remake, and this time it's much respected filmmaker Wes Craven, who the filmmakers paid just so they could use his name on the title. The fact that they felt they needed to do this to sell their film does not exactly inspire confidence. The original Carnival of Souls remains an all-time classic of suspense. It blurs the line between life and death, gives us genuinely disturbing images of what might be waiting for us in the next world, and often even moves into expressionist filmmaking. Unfortunately, that kind of skill is beyond many of today's filmmakers, so the remake of Carnival of Souls involves a psychopath dressed as a clown. As a young girl, Alex Grant witnessed Carnival clown Louis Seagram murder her mother. It was her evidence that helped put him away for 20 years, but now he's out. He goes after Alex, causing her to crash her car into a river.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel.
What follows are a series of slabs of tedium, punctuated by the occasional dream sequence. Every time the film looks like it's going to get exciting, Alex suddenly wakes up and finds she's been dreaming. When this happens over and over again, it starts to test the viewer's patience. The later nightmare sequences lack any kind of tension, because you know full well that any minute Alex is going to just wake up again. Throughout the history of movies and TV, the best killer clowns and villains dressed as clowns have been played by people who can play icy villains with sadistic senses of humour. Compared to them, Seagram is just... so what? You're given the impression the actor playing him was completely miscast, and his clown makeup just seems like an afterthought. There are a few effective horror images, but all in all this movie is a non-event. The twist at the end can't come soon enough.
With no particular place to go.
Deeper in the darkness you were hiding.